guys, so I'm going to do this video. I want to show you my haul, and we're going to go a little piece by piece here. I went to the thrift store yesterday, and my local Goodwill tends to get a lot of items that are brand new from like Old Navy and Target and some of the local stores around here that are either going, they go out of business or their clearance items don't sell, so they donate it to the Goodwills that I have here. But my mom and I went out of town, so I stuck my head into another Goodwill, and they had a whole bunch of stuff from Target in their stationery section, school supplies and stuff like that. And I'm really trying to get myself organized. I have been a journal addict since I was like 7. That's when my first one started. It probably took me until I was 9 to finish it. But I have a journal basically for every single year of my life. I finish one, I start another. When I got into high school, I started getting into planners and organizers and things like that, just to kind of keep my schoolwork and my work schedule and things like that together. When I got into college after high school, I really started to get into like the day timers with the little zippers and the pockets and all of that stuff. In those days, you had to buy software to be able to print stuff yourself. You guys have to remember that I'm going to be 40 this year, so my history as far as computers and printers and things like that, we go way back. So I didn't really take the time to print my own stuff. I drew a lot of stuff by hand. I've always been very artistic. I was in art club all through high school. I had a few things that went off to contests and museums and things like that. So when that outlet kind of finished for me, I started getting into like paper crafts. I had a lot of pen pals over the years. But in 2008, when I went back to school to finish my bachelor's degree and then on to my master's degree, I just didn't have time to do a whole lot of anything. And I was really organized then. Since graduating in the middle of 2013 and really doing blogging a lot more, just a little history in that, I've been doing blogs since the end of the 1990s. When I went to my first college, they were online and we had computer labs and things like that, and it wasn't, I got caught up in the forums that were, through the school system, and we had, websites, homepage things that were given to us. I think my one, when I got a computer at my own house, the first one I made was like on GeoCities or Tripod or something like that. So even though you see that Yum Eating is, almost 2 years old, my self-employed writer website, I think I bought the domain. It's like 8 or 9 years old now, maybe 8. Crystal Mahan is not far behind in age. Nevermore Lane is fairly new. My info for travel site I acquired a few months ago. So I think that's it. I think those are my main ones. I had a pet website, but I let that one go a couple years ago when my mailboxer passed away. I couldn't keep up with it, even though Tinkerbell is super adorable and Casey, Kane's sister, is still with us. It was really hard for me to manage the pet site, so I kind of just let that go. So I've tried a couple planner systems over the years, especially with the last couple. The websites, they go every which direction, but Yum Eating is growing, and I have a lot of sponsors, and I have a lot of requirements by people that want me to do things for them, and I'm having a hard time keeping it all together. So I've been on a mission lately to try to change my planners up. So this video, I wanted to do my haul, and then the next video, I'm going to kind of show you some of the planners that not really planners, but more like notebooks that I'm using right now. So you can kind of see what I'm starting with, and then you can kind of follow along. I'm going to be posting the links to these videos on all my websites so that all my fans from different genres, niches, whatever you want to call them, can find me. So the first thing I want to show you is I found these two really cute restaurant guides, do-it-yourself restaurant guides. They look like, the cover looks like a restaurant ticket. As you can see, this was a Target. And it was $1.69. I paid $1.69 for the Goodwill price, but it was also half off. They were having a half off sale, and I didn't know that. But this is really cute. It's really thick cardstock. The first section, there's 3 sections. It's a local, and then the middle section, I believe, is the out of town. Let's see if I can find it. Out of town. And then this last section is takeout restaurants. And then at the very end, you have these little pockets. Probably for your receipts, which is good for somebody like me. Every once in a while you get a meal that is an expense. It's a tax deduction. So like I said, these are really cute. I bought 2. Either I'm going to keep them both for myself because eventually I'm going to fill them both up, or I'll give one as a gift. I'm not sure. I have no shame in knowing that somebody might be getting my, 80-cent book here. So the next thing I'm going to go with are these Erasermate 2s. It's kind of a throwback package, I guess. But I like Erasermates. I like to use these when I'm writing during the day in my planners and stuff like that. That way I'm not scribbling stuff out, and I can erase and change things around. These are also good to use in my phone book, because people change their numbers and stuff like that. Does anybody even have a phone book anymore? I know I still do. So yeah, there were 4 of these, 99 cents, half off. I got this Baker's Twine. This came from Goodwill as well. 69 cents, half off. These I started to collect some Baker's Twine for Yum Eating to use in some videos, pictures. It seems like when I needed it, I never had it, and now that I've collected a couple of rolls of it, I haven't used it for anything. So I figured, 35 cents, it was worth it for me to hold on to. The next thing that I found was this really cute recipe book, and it's still all together. The protective plastic is still here. There's a spoon, the bow, the deck of recipe cards. This is a Hallmark thing. So I don't know if this was in the Target stuff from the Hallmark section. We have some Hallmarks here in Michigan that are going out of business. So the tag is still on here. Yeah, and it's just really pretty. It has like this floral print. But pinks and stuff are not me. So I will probably use this as a gift. It's real pretty on the inside. It's really thick. Pink. So you get the tab dividers. You got all the different, things here. It does come with a splash guard page. There's this clear splash guard page. Then you have a bunch of these clear pockets to put the recipe cards in. And then at the end, there's these really thick information cards. You have substitutions, weights and measures, cooking terms, more cooking terms, how much and how many. For example, 2 tablespoons of butter is 1 ounce. There's a roasting chart, herbs and spices, more herbs and spices, microwave tips, and then you get the end. So for $2.99, and then this was half off. I think that was well worth the splurge, even though I don't know. I have one of these that's bigger that I received as a gift for Christmas a couple years ago, and I haven't even filled it up. So maybe someday we'll get that part of my life organized. But for now, I'm just going to hang that over there because it's never too early to start buying for Christmas presents. So the next thing I found was this binder. It is a half-page binder. It's not the full page. $1.99. It is Mead brand, but I do believe that this was another Target thing because it just looks like Target. I don't know. And it's got this spine. You can, write on it with what you want. I was thinking I'd put some chalkboard tape there or something, or label it. I picked this up because it was going to only be $1. And my first thought was I was going to turn it into my new planner. I was going to print some pages off. But then I started thinking, well, this is going to get in my way. I can't fold this page over. But I am going to use it to organize my desk or my life somehow. Either that, or it's just really cool and it will provide a good backdrop for some of the printables and things that I'm working to get the Yum Eating Etsy store going on. So this, I had I took the wrapper off so I could get to it. It was $1.49. It's these Always Anna by Anna Griffin, set of 4 notebooks. Each notebook is different. It comes in this little case. And there's polka dots and flowers, prints, and then they look like this on the inside. They're just big fat lined. There's, you know, not a whole lot of pages in each one of them, and they're really, these would be perfect to like put in my purse when I need to jot down ideas. Yes, we are in the electronic age, but you know what? I don't like using my phone for stuff. I prefer pencil and paper. I like paper. I want to really get back into my paper crafts and pen pals and things like that. All right, so this was my main. I set out to find a composition book while we were out traveling, while we were out shopping. I was going to pick one up in Kmart, but they were $2.50, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just grab one at the Dollar Tree when I get into the Dollar Tree, which is right down the road from all the little thrift stores. So I ended up finding this one. It was 99 cents, and then it was half off, 50 cents. Can't go wrong with that. I was going to get one with lines. This one has grids, but that's okay because I have found plenty of composition book makeovers on YouTube, and some of them are actually grid. So I can draw my own, you know, days of the week. It also will give me guidelines, washi tape so my stuff don't end up all crooked. And I also have a feeling that I'm going to be doing some doodling. You know, back in the day I called it doodling. Now you people call it Zentangle. So it's quite comical to see that things, you know, somebody capitalized on the things that we used to do 20 years ago. It's mind-boggling. So yeah, so I got this composition book. I got plenty of cardstock, and I do some smash books. So I've got the little envelopes and the cards and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to make this into my new planner. I have another 4 or 5 weeks before the planner that I'm using ends. So I might have to get going on this. This I need to get organized, and I like it because it lays flat. I can bend the page over if I want to. So yeah, so I'll be doing a video so you guys can kind of see how that turns out. I'll do it as I go. And then another video that I'm going to do is I want to show you guys the notebooks that I'm using currently so that you can see kind of where I'm at as far as my journals and my notebooks, so you can kind of follow my progress to see if I can get myself organized by the end of the year, because time is money and money is time, and right now I'm so unorganized. My websites are losing money because I can't manage my time very well because I'm too busy trying to find stuff and whatever, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I hope you liked this haul video, and I do hope that you will stick around to see what I do with all this fun stuff.